Joanna Jedrzejczyk is considered one of the greatest mixed martial artists the UFC women's division currently has to offer. While casual fans may only remember how she looked after a split decision loss to Weili, more on that later. The hardcore fans likely know why exactly Joanna is still considered one of the best in the game. Joanna has consistently ranked within the top 5 fighters of her division ever since her UFC debut in 2014. She's also the one holding the record for the most strawweight wins in UFC history. One of the early wins that put Joanna on the map was her fight against then-champion Carla Esparza at UFC 185.
She might finish it. She got a minute still here.
She's got a beautiful jab, Mike. I mean, it's just so clean, the technique.
Esparza's tough,
God.
but she's got rocked. And again. And again.
They could stop
Looking
this
to finish
fight.
it right. It is all over. Joanna Jedrzejczyk is the new UFC Women's Strawweight Champion.
With a flurry of blows, Jedrzejczyk landed a straight right on Esparza that dropped the champ and gave Joanna the belt. Due to her rapid ascent as a star, Joanna was offered the opportunity to coach on Season 23 of The Ultimate Fighter against Claudia Gadelha. These two had previously faced off against each other at a UFC on Fox event. Joanna managed to steal the win by split decision. This sparked up a huge rivalry between these two fighters, and they were eager to settle the beef once and for all.
Rhythm at the end of that round, and she's come out fast and furious here in round 2. Oh, but a nice right elbow from Gadelha. Yeah, fast that jab is.
Just such a natural striker. Beautiful combination there.
Just some really elite level striking from the champion. Excellent jab.
Big overhand
huge right hand. You saw it in the back and forth banter from these two, though. Joanna pointed to his side and says, don't leave it in the hands of the judges. I think she'd be smart as a champion to go for the finish here.
The fight was an all-out war, lasting all 5 rounds. By the end, Joanna landed more significant strikes and came out with the win, only this time, the decision was unanimous. Another great Joanna fight that made it onto our list was the Polish fighter's first title defense against Jessica Penne at UFC Fight Night 69 in Berlin.
Killer elbow to the nose.
Retreating.
That's going to change the landscape of the fight entirely. Jessica Penne has backed up.
Injury.
Joanna's pouring the pressure on. Mark Goddard's taking a closer look. This is a real statement to the rest of the strawweight division.
Jedrzejczyk is just holding back her weapons, laser-guided weapons, and that is enough!
Wow.
Joanna Jedrzejczyk has delivered the Polish power, and that was enough for Mark Goddard.
This was one of Joanna's greatest performances and a huge demonstration of her impressive striking ability. The stare-down between the two was still one of the most iconic and intense moments in UFC history. Penne tried but was never able to secure a takedown. By the end of the fight, Penne's face had definitely seen better days. Joanna got Penne pinned against the fence and had no problem teeing off, landing strike after strike after strike. The ref stepped in for the stoppage, and Joanna would secure herself another impressive victory by TKO in the 3rd round. When Joanna finally decides to hang up the gloves, there's no doubt that Rose Namajunas will always be considered one of her biggest rivals. Namajunas managed to strip Joanna of her title in devastating KO fashion when they first faced off at UFC 217. When they faced off a second time at UFC 223, Joanna managed to dig deep and hold on until the final bell.
Money in the bank. Oh!
A lot of those leg kicks, but...
Oh, good kick to the body there.
Yeah, I don't think leg kicks get enough credit. They hurt. They are terrible.
Well, they certainly got enough in that last fight.
Good right hand.
Oh.
Rose Namajunas leading the dance in this 5th and final round.
Yeah, really impressive.
Yeah.
Well, she's got to think this is an incredibly close fight.
Jedrzejczyk had a great fight and showed a lot of heart, but unfortunately the match ended up as a loss by unanimous decision. If Joanna ever regains her championship belt, we fully expect her to have to go through Rose for a 3rd and potentially final time. We don't think there's a UFC fan out there that isn't ready for that rematch. As we mentioned at the start of this video, this fight absolutely had to make it on our list, and is even on ours and many others' lists of the greatest fights of all time. Zhang Weili had clawed her way up the ladder and managed to become the women's strawweight champion at UFC Fight Night 157 after defeating Jessica Andrade. Joanna was extremely eager to get another shot at the title. What happened next is one of the most brutal and exciting fights to ever grace the octagon.
And just out of range.
Oh, solid right hand by Joanna. Oh, beautiful inside low kick to end that exchange. That's the technique I'm talking about. Joanna's been a woman who overwhelms girls to stop them, cuts them up and beats them up. Oh, she stunned her there.
That was a good right hand by Joanna. I mean, Joanna's forehead is swelling by the second.
Oh, how about the swelling on Zhang Weili?
Oh my God.
Knee from Joanna.
Look at her forehead now.
Final 10 seconds. Spinning back fist lead for Jedrzejczyk. And a counter right from Zhang Weili.
Wow, what a
Arguably the
fight.
greatest fight in women's mixed martial arts history.
We think Joanna's face says it all. Unfortunately, Jedrzejczyk didn't end up winning this matchup, but the ferocity with which she fought deserves recognition on its own and highlights one of her best attributes: her fearless and indomitable will. Fans know that with Joanna, she's always going to leave everything she has on the mat, and we can't wait to see what should be one of the biggest rematches in UFC history coming up at UFC 275 in Singapore.